All right, welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. You guys have tuned in here on YouTube to check out small little cars like Ima the Isetta, which is running pretty well. We're waiting for a part. We're waiting for a new gas valve for Ima, and she'll be pretty close to being done. So that's exciting. Ima's been with me for a while and feeling much better and not smoking anymore. So that's really good. Oh, we're going to move on to some other cars. It's pouring down rain outside. You don't want to see out there. It's cold and rainy. This car has been with me a long time. It used to be red, was very many different colors. I painted it last winter. This Lamborghini, kind of an off orange, really looks gorgeous in the sunshine. But I didn't know what to do with the top. I didn't know if I should strip off the factory vinyl top. I clear coated it and put sparkle in it the first time around, but it sat outside and the vinyl split and it let moisture underneath the clear coat, and the clear coat was peeling and it just looked really bad, really bad. So you can see here, I've got a plan. So I've masked off all the edges, all the things I don't want to get paint on, and also the seals, both the rear seal and the front seal. I fixed and filled all the holes and gaps. There was a big, huge gap here where the seal had expanded. I filled that with the trim and got that back looking good. But I'm going to coat the whole thing. In other words, I've fixed all the cuts and scrapes and possible places for water to enter with silicone and sanding. And I'm going to put some type of a truck bed liner on here and then coat that with clear coat and probably just roll it on. So this is the last look before I cover the car. Whoa, almost tripped on that walking backwards. I'm going to cover the car with plastic so I don't get any drips on my nice paint job. I think this is going to come out good. I filled the whole entire window seal. I'll sand that down with a scuff pad, make it smooth, and then cover it with a textured type of a bed liner and then clear coat that. I think that's where I'm going to go. This roof, I have a feeling if I was to pull off the horrors that are underneath this roof, I don't want to know. In other words, it's dented. It had a radio antenna here and it's been patched. I did find one little rust hole that I know for sure. I'm torn because I want to do it right, but I want it to look really good too. And I don't want to cut corners. I'm going to try this. If this doesn't work, then I'll peel the roof and paint it and do the extra work. It's a good little car and it deserves to be driven, but I can't drive it in good faith having the top looking as bad as it does, even though the body looks great. So that's what we're going to do. So hang with me. You can watch me go through the steps of trying to revitalize a vinyl roof on an old car that's been neglected for many, many years. Okay, so we're a little further along with our Honda 600 project. We've got the car all masked off and plasticized. Got the roof patched and sanded the best we can. It is a vinyl roof, and you can see I've started with the bed liner here. This is Rust-Oleum truck bed coating, stopped rust, and I'm actually doing the, almost kicked the can over there, doing the windshield seal as well and the back seal as well. So I've got all the glass masked off, and we're just going to keep rolling it on until I like the way it looks. Should be fun. All right, so I'm kind of going at it here with the truck bed liner. It seems to go on a little better with the brush than it does the roller. So look at that. Look how shiny and nice and textured that is. I don't think it's going to stay shiny once it dries, but it's looking pretty good. My plan is to get a good couple coats of bed liner on it and then to clear coat it and see what it looks like. I think it's going to be deluxe. Really nice. Okay, we've gotten a little further on our top here. Got a good coat on there. I don't know if I want brush strokes or if I want roller nap like texture, but I'm going for the roller nap texture to kind of even it all out. So we're going to let this dry overnight and then pick up in the morning and just see how it looks. Kind of excited. It looks pretty good. It looks way shinier than I thought it was going to be, but maybe it'll dry out to a nice even matte finish. So I'm going to keep doing this You want to stand back and look at that? Look at that. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. Okay, so we just finished up bed lining the whole roof. It's shiny and textury. I think we're going to let that cure overnight and maybe give it another coat in the morning. Hopefully it'll stick and stay down, and then if that works out, we'll use the same roller, a new pad, and we'll clear coat it. I'm going to call that good. All right, so the bed liner had a chance to dry overnight. It's shinier than I thought. A little bit of texture, not too bad. If you stand back, the glossiness of the black roof will show the imperfections. There's a few dents and swales you can see in there. I suppose I could have pounded those out. I don't know. Where do you stop? There's a pretty big dent right there. It highlights those, which I wasn't anticipating. I think I'm going to give it another coat, especially around the seal area here. These still look really dry and kind of bad. Curious to see what it looks like when it's all done and get the plastic peeled off. I hope it's good. Okay, so this is the third day of working on the vinyl top on the Honda 600. Second coat of bed liner. Looks pretty good. It's a bit shiny, not as shiny, don't have any runs. I put it on extra thick this time just to cover anything, but it won't fill dents, of course. So I'm getting ready for the clear coat now. I have a new roller, a new brush, and a new paint tray. And I've got another something I'm going to do here. Stella, you're sleeping right in the way. That's a good puppy. Good dogs need to lie down. I'm doing for the school, this is the 7th batch of owls for the grade school. I use clear coat, automotive clear coat, onto these wooden owls, and they hang them outside the schoolyard so they don't rot. That's kind of a little personal project. This one's, I think, my favorite. Right here, this guy. That's Square Bob Sponge Pants. Dang, Stella, you gonna go in your little bed here, little box of clothes? Right? Is that what you've been doing, hanging out there? Yeah, I think you have. You look like you just woke up. What are we doing today? It's a beautiful morning. It's supposed to be 85 degrees today, which is unheard of for Portland, Oregon in late October, which means that our clear-coated vinyl roof now is dry. 2 heavy coats I brushed on with a brush. People don't think you can use clear coat with a brush, and I used about, I would say, 2/3 of this. What is this, a quart? 48 ounces. I probably used 30 ounces of clear coat activated. I did the seal along here, around the whole windshield, the whole roof twice, and of course the back sail panels and the seal. And part of the reason that I did that is to cover up the nasty old seal and seal it. I'm not planning on replacing the windows anytime soon. Really want this to look good, and I'm hoping I'm going to peel the plastic off next and just see what we got. I'm sure I'll have a little slop and extra, but to clean up. And also did the owls. If you remember, I was doing the owls for the kids at the school. So I've got, I think there's 100 little owls out there. Stella is protecting the owls. For the kids, I got to do the back sides and give them another coat that'll be hung on the fence for the school kids. They're pretty neat. While I got them here, let me show you. So each kid, as a kindergartner and 8th grader, coming in and leaving the school, does an owl, and they hang them on the fence around the school. So like this one here, America, I guess that's somebody's name. Usually the kids put their names on them. So everybody has an owl. There we go. So I'm going to coat those up so they last a long time with automotive clear coat on the kids' art project. Stella, you just lay in the sun. It's hot out here. Okay, here we have the finished product. We have the car unwrapped. We have the newly restored vinyl top, all looking fantastic. The only problem is apparently I did not mask it good enough on the corners, and when I brushed the clear on, you can see I got a couple of runs that ran down here, and I'm working at using my Festool to clean that up and polish that off. so I want to break through the paint. But that happened on every corner. Apparently it got underneath the masking on every corner. This one, some of the masking paper still stuck to the car. Kind of a bummer, but it requires a little bit of work. Same thing here. This door, I'm gonna have to scrape that off carefully and then polish it out with a 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500, and 3000 and buff that up. But the top looks fantastic. I can't wait to get this thing outside. In fact, I should probably roll it outside and let it bake in the sun. That'd be really good for it. What a great looking car. Notice I got the fan on, blowing into the shop because it's hot. Oh my gosh, it's 75 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning. Stella is in her little laundry basket, just surveying the parking lot. And we are cooking our newly clear-coated vinyl top on our Honda N600. It looks so good. Check this out. Oh, is that nice? It looks so much better. It makes me feel so much better about driving this car. Now I'm going to take it to some shows. It looks really, really good. The whole car looks good. I'm bummed about smearing or the clear coat getting behind the masking, but we'll fix that. Just one more thing to make it look a little better. Oh, the top looks good. It's out here just cooking in the sun. It's really good for it. It's going to cook in the sun a lot. So this car came out really, really good. It's been a lot of work. Love the way the paint shines. It's Tamco paint. Forgot the name of the color. I think it's burnt orange. This car went from a rust bucket, well, not quite a rust bucket, red and black panels. Now it looks really good. And now I want to do my truck. Oh, but that's 10 times larger. Oh my gosh, I can't even think about that. I'm just gonna relish this for a little while. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me come along on this long video, but it's worth it. It looks great. It's gonna make me happy and make probably generations to come even happier. You are so funny. You crazy little coon dog.